Hi, this is Erin with Erin Gabriella. Hope you are enjoying your weekend. It is the day after the eclipse and the full moon, which is January 11, 2020. And I received a very important message from Spirit yesterday evening that I am being pushed to share with you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a little bit of background about how this message came to me. And then from there, I am going to go straight into the reading. So what happened yesterday night, I was busy kind of recovering because I felt a little bit off kilter with the full moon and the eclipse energies, but this happened to me in the evening, maybe around like 9 or 10 p.m., something like that. I accidentally knocked my tarot deck, my Rider-Waite tarot deck, off of my windowsill, which is where the cards usually sit. I thought it was a little bit unusual just because I've never knocked like the entire deck off like that, and almost all of the cards fell face down, so they fell so that you couldn't see them except for 5 cards. And when I went to go and start picking the cards up one by one and started noticing like what cards were being revealed to me, that's when I got the nudge from Spirit, like, this is a reading, a very unconventional way to give it to you, but this is a very important reading for both yourself, for the Lightworker Starseed community, as well as the all of Gaia. And what it's doing is it's talking about what we can expect to see like energetically, just kind of like a future prediction of what the world is going to look like after this weekend. So these energies have already been coming in. It's, for me, it's not really a surprise, but it's nice to kind of get the full confirmation via these cards. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to share them with you. There were also 3 other cards that were completely hidden under the 5 cards that I'm going to talk to you about first. So I have those cards with me as well, so it's a total of 8. And I'm going to talk to you about the big 5 energies that I saw, and then the 3 cards that were revealed only after I picked up the other 5. They were kind of stuck together at the bottom. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to do the reading for you and just kind of generally explain, what's happening, so that people who really have no idea, maybe new to this whole topic of conversation about, the ascension energies, can just get a little bit of a background and just know kind of what to expect. So stay with me. Again, my name is Erin Gabriella with eringabriella.com, a new company launching in 2020, and I'm here to aid newly awakened souls in their ascension journey. So if you like my videos, please subscribe. I'll put the link below, and I also have a link to my website, which you can go and enter your email so that you can learn more about the products that I'll be offering here very soon. Okay, so I'm going to get straight into this reading here. So here are the 5 cards right here that were revealed to me face up when I went to pick up the Fallen deck. And these are the 3 cards that were buried underneath some of these. So they were literally stuck together like this. So if I go to pick it up, like I can't see what's underneath it until I take it off, and then I see it like that. So these cards are basically talking about underlying or maybe like secondary energies that are coming in. They're going to impact some of us more than others, but I'll get to them like a little bit later, because what I want to do is kind of go over these first 5 cards right here. So, and the order is like somewhat important, but not really. So the overarching theme of this spread is about celebration of our success, of the world's, or Gaia's progress that she's made so far in her ascension, as well as our individual progress as well, and the work that some of us have done, if you're a light worker or starseed, to help aid in her ascension process. Now, the energies that are coming in again this weekend are very strong. You can kind of take a look on your time about what the specifics of those are, but the gist of that is it's almost like a final piece of the puzzle, or one of the final pieces of the puzzle that's going to help usher in the energies on Earth necessary to sustain the higher kind of 5D vibration and usher in the nirvana that many of us have kind of been wanting all our lives, but haven't gotten to. If you haven't noticed, the world is occasionally a little bit dark. There's usually somebody doing something crazy, always some kind of corruption, always some kind of nonsense. For those of us who, are able to do the work, who do our spiritual work and are able to make it to the new earth, like this spread is letting you know definitively that is 100% is going to end. So let's kind of jump into the details of it here. So the first card I have here is the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands it's one of my favorite, it's one of the happiest cards in the deck, like next to maybe the Sun or something like that. I mean, the Six of Wands is really about victory, and celebration, public celebration after maybe like a hard trial or a very successful win. So what this is symbolizing is it's symbolizing all of the hard work of, any light worker or starseed or anyone who's just tried to walk in the way of, right action, right thought, trying to be loving and kind in as many ways as they can. All of those collective actions that all of us have taken over the course of our lives, especially in the past year or so, have culminated in this, the success of, light over darkness, the success of, angels over the demons. I'm just, once you get to a certain point, they're kind of all, none of it's good or bad, but, it is good and bad. So if you ask me, so this is just really about the success of those of us who are doing great works, of all the hard work we put in. This is the heavens cheering us. Like everybody, all the ascended masters, all the other, so alien kind of beings in our galaxy, cheering us, celebrating us, and celebrating themselves as well if they're a part of this success, and helping to aid in the ascension of the world and usher in the age of Aquarius is basically the golden age. And I'll make another video, a little bit later explaining just what the age of Aquarius is. But this is the celebration after the hard work. So really come like next week, this is going to be a major theme. If some of you aren't feeling it already, I know that's in my life and the lives of a lot of people that I'm very close to. There's so much good just kind of coming in. It just seems like wave of happiness, waves of abundance, personified through this card, the Ace of Cups. And it just seems like doors are opening left and right. Well, that's because they are. Okay, so again, because this light has prevailed over the dark forces that have ruled this world for so long, it's gonna allow the beautiful, loving energies to just catapult down to earth in a major way. And those of us who aren't already feeling the effects will feel it very soon. This is about maximum abundance on a material, on a spiritual, and on an emotional level. Okay. So kind of on the most basic level, like I said, opportunities open up. You may see that, your career is kind of taking off, whatever it is that was your heart's desire, maybe you find love, whatever it is, that is going to be flooding to you, in ways that you could have never imagined. As long as you, again, stay open, stay ready, and, are ready to lean into the positive energies and opportunities that come your way, not shy away from any of it, you're going to be able to reap full abundance. And literally, as you can see with the Ace of Cups, I mean, it's the cup is so full that it can't even hold all the water, and it's spilling back out. So your cup is obviously going to overflow in the major way. Please also notice the dove that's right here. So the dove is, to me, really symbolic of kind of the new earth energies, the peace coming in, war ending for a lot of us eventually. It takes, it's not going to happen like, tomorrow from Monday, like the whole world's just going to be perfect. But it's really about this peace level consciousness, this love consciousness, the 5D consciousness coming in and giving us a great amount of emotional, spiritual abundance as well. We're going to find that, there's more love in our lives for ourselves and for others and across the whole world, like people making amends, people making up, countries maybe signing peace treaties, or maybe they weren't signing them before. The possibilities are really endless, and really what this card is about, just endless possibilities. The next card up is the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is really kind of personifying the type of energy that you know, me or you and many others out there are going to need to kind of integrate or to personify on a personal level in order to ensure that, you know, we're able to reap the full awards of our Ace of Cups. So for this is everything that the Queen of Cups can represent. So this is, you know, deep emotions, a little bit of that mother energy, kind of like a strong, open-hearted woman. The Queen of Cups is also very important because of the water energy as well. So if you look, there's like water all around her. So it's also about personifying all the different types of characteristics that we commonly associate with water, especially in the zodiac, which is, you know, deep emotions, fluidity, like not being rigid in our minds and our thoughts. Yeah, so that is what this is about. So this is really beautiful. The Eight of Cups, again, is just about leaving stuff that's not working for you behind so you can get something new. So for some of us, this is about just, we may have some aspects of our, you know, realities, you know, we may have some old kind of outdated thoughts that aren't serving our highest good anymore. This is about the final kind of purge, like making a conscious choice to leave, you know, that difficult situation, to maybe end that toxic relationship, so that you can permanently exit, okay, the 3D reality is a reality of things that may cause you pain, that may make things difficult for you, and have you fully ready and open to embrace all that's coming. And the final card, I think, is the most exciting. So this is the Empress. So the Empress energy is the reign of the divine feminine here on earth. If you take a look at her here, she, you know, she's beautiful. She's, you know, the sky is sunny and bright behind her. There's lush vegetation all around her. You know, if you look at down here, like the crops are bountiful, you know, and obviously the sign of woman is strong and very pronounced. And this is about, you know, the reign of the queen energy, like coming in, and how here everything around her is kind of personifying the way that the earth is just gonna blossom in a sea of divine beauty, which are obviously manifesting in the physical as well, when she is finally here with us, kind of standing in her full power and balancing out like the patriarchal energies that have been with us for like way too long. So that is really it. So again, the general theme is like celebration. It's like there's so much good. There's a lot of feminine energy. Of course, you have to leave some stuff that's not going to serve you behind. But, you know, those of us who are already on the ascension path, you're very familiar with clearing stuff out. And, you know, my crystal video, I gave you some crystals that can help with that clearing, because you're going to have to, you know, get rid of some of stuff before you can maximize, you know, the Ace of Cups energy and step fully into the new earth energy with the Empress kind of as our, you know, queen, if you want to say it like that. So this is really amazing. This is really exciting. I got these cards again last night, and I tell you, like when I put these cards down on the table, like the energy that was just coming forward with these cards were just so magnificent. I just got so happy, so blissful. I just wanted to jump around and dance. And I did jump around and dance a little bit because it was just such a celebration energy. Like this is the time, especially after Sunday, and into Monday and into next week, to really just, you know, pop bottles, like let the champagne flow, toss the confetti, and just enjoy, because it's going to be so fun. But only if you know that good things are coming. I see a lot of people kind of get caught up. Actually, let me not put these away quite yet. But I see a lot of people kind of get caught up in negative energies. It's like a really unfortunate and sad, because there's so much beauty and so much good in the world. And I think, you know, the split is getting more pronounced. So some of us are seeing pretty much only good and only happiness and joy. And there's some people who are just like, everything's awful. Like, you know, I ran this and blah, 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 that. And everything is so bad. And the world is coming to an end, whatever. And that's not true. But, you know, if you maybe watch the news, you might believe that and kind of just get stuck on like the totally wrong frequency from the frequency that you have the capacity to access, given the angelic, just amazing, I can't even, there's not even words for me to describe like the type of just beautiful divine energy that's coming in now and through Sunday and like in and beyond. It's just, I just struggle to understand how there's people not understanding that this world is a beautiful place and it's getting more beautiful. But you know, this is part of the reason why these 3 cards are here. So we're going to get into these now. So again, like these cards were cards that were trapped. Well, they weren't trapped, but they were hidden underneath these 3 cards. I don't remember which ones are exactly under which ones, but the one I do remember is that the Tower was hidden underneath the Empress. So when I went to pick up the card on the floor, all I saw was the Empress, and I thought that was the only card, and then I pick her up, and then all of a sudden I see the Tower. So these 3 cards right here, they were shown to me as secondary energies. And I also heard that, you know, for me and many of people who might be similar to in my camp, like, you know, light workers who have done their work and are kind of just sitting pretty, having a good time, enjoying the fruits of their labor. This is almost kind of like, I heard like non-factor. So this is kind of like energies that are still going on in the world, still very important, impacting a lot of people, but not impacting all of us. But for those of you, if you are watching, you know, just understand that these energies are here depending on where you are at in your journey, because everyone's at a very different level. Some of us, you know, are kind of have done the work necessary to get to the new earth, and some of us, it was just their time to start a little bit later, you know, around now. So there's going to be a lot of people waking up if we haven't already. Just understand that these energies, like the newer you are in your ascension journey, the more these energies are going to be prevalent in your life. So I do want to go over them as well, and kind of discuss them. So the first one is the Tower. So the Tower energy is obviously the energy of kind of complete and total destruction, but necessary destruction in order to make way for something new, right? This is like everything you've ever known and thought you knew, thought you understood, being destroyed in a fiery blaze so that you can kind of come into better alignment with the divine truth and divine love. So that's going to be really chaotic. You know, for some of you, it's going to be a really chaotic year, and that's totally fine. And, you know, don't get down on yourself. Just understand that like you're going through this because something better is coming, and you need to tear down the foundations of, you know, an old decrepit house in order to build that new beautiful mansion. And this is also obviously because this is a global reading on the collective level as well. So we're going to see a lot of shakeups, you know, in our political system and our government and our corporations. There's just going to be a lot of stuff changing. There's already been quite a few changes if you haven't noticed that, if you haven't been watching the news, but it's going to get even more intense. So, you know, you may end up in a situation where, you know, you just look around you and it just seems that the whole world is falling apart. And like, that's because it is, but it's really a good thing. So don't get panicky. Everything is fine. Just do your spiritual work, you know, meditate, do your best to sit in love, be a good person, everything will be fine. The next card up is the Emperor, and it was reversed. So not all the cards that came to me were upright, but I made the point for the ones that were reversed so that to pull them reversed, so that, because that's very important. So the upside down Emperor is really about old, outdated. It's basically like the old world order kind of crashing and crumbling to the ground in a really kind of sad, pathetic way. You know, there's a lot of people who are kind of like at the top of society right now who don't deserve to be there because they're, you know, cruel and do evil things. And, you know, the upside down Emperor is about exposing those fake kings. You know, it's just being nothing but kind of like paupers that don't really deserve to be there. And they're going to be weeded out. They're going to be taken down, and it's going to be really great. So, you know, don't be surprised if people who, you know, you once admired, that you thought were so amazing, that you looked up to, you know, in the global society, that you start seeing more and more people being exposed for unbelievable acts of corruption, or, you know, maybe even worse. Like, there's so many people falling right now, like the Harvey Weinsteins, and, you know, there's so many people just crashing and burning. Hello, this is Erin with Erin Gabriella again. My camera ended up dying, but there's not much more to cover. So let's just kind of get through like the final cards here, and then we can, I can get this uploaded because it is kind of time sensitive. I tend to be a slowpoke sometimes with uploading stuff. Okay, so the Emperor reversed, right? So the Emperor reversed, it's just the destruction of the old guard as the new Empress energy kind of comes through. So they're kind of happening simultaneously, and it's all very necessary. So again, just, you know, you're going to see more of like Hollywood and kind of more of like the most beloved people in mainstream society being exposed for just doing things that, you know, no human should be doing. And the final energy is the Knight of Swords reversed. So this is an energy just about like, you know, chaotic. There's just going to be a lot of chaos. It goes a lot into the Tower energy right here, where there's just a lot of like confusion, chaos, like misdirected energy, exacerbating what's already going on here with the Tower. So really the warning here is just, be discerning, right? Be discerning and operate out of love at all times, and don't let, you know, your chaos or your, you know, any kind of sense of panic or any even like anger and frustration as well kind of overwhelm you and cause you to act in ways that are not in, you know, alignment with the divine or in the best interest of your ascension, while, you know, this is kind of playing out on the global stage, right? You want to channel any like energy that you have in a way that's constructive and that'll aid in your upward movement, and not, you know, get caught up in, you know, any kind of I want to say like just get sidetracked or just kind of get pulled off track, and spend more time here in this chaos phase than you need to, because your energies are so scattered and confused. So that's just a warning. But really at the end of the day, so, you know, for some of us, you know, the 2020 is going to be a little bit of a shit show. I don't know if I can say that, but I just did. So, but that's okay, because just understand that you also have all of this beauty accessible to you as long as you do your spiritual work. You know, just meditate every day, you know, operate from love, try to be a good person, don't give up. Don't give up if it gets hard. Just keep working and just keep handling, you know, your issues internally and externally. And like all of this is going to be available to you as well. It won't be coming in from like Jan 13th. You know, it'll maybe a few months, few years. It doesn't matter. You know, as long as you stay on track, you will get here. So that's really it. I'm going to try to upload this as fast as possible since it's pretty time sensitive, but hopefully that was helpful. It gave you guys a little bit of an idea of kind of what to expect going forward. And from here on my channel, I'm going to try to do like a little bit of backtracking, talking about some kind of basic concepts that'll help support all the videos that I've been putting out so far and the ones I'm going to put out further into 2020. So I'll talk a little bit more about, you know, the golden age, which, you know, seems to be a continual theme kind of coming up for me in my videos. I'll do my best to talk about like unity consciousness, whatever else I'm inspired to talk about. So thanks so much. Again, my name is Erin Gabriella. I'll put the link to my website below. I will have my products up soon, and you can go to my website, put your phone number in the description box so you can get on my mailing list. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much.